What's going on, guys? Give me 1 second here. Just sharing some things. Okay, how's it going, everybody? I'm a little sunburned because, which I'm actually shocked by, I just went out and fished for an hour after Lily and the baby went to bed. So I think, and I caught some fish, and I had the GoPro, so I think I might have a real fishing video ready to come back out. As exciting as that may sound to some of you. 8. Ooh, White Moose, Alberta. Alright. No, those were way earlier today. Okay. Oh, I'm the only one online. No need. Got a lot of event missions. I'm sort of overwhelmed by them all. Let's see. What do we got to do? Chum salmon. Was playing a little bit earlier today. That middle one's going to be difficult. This one we can do. We'll catch some. Track this mission. We're already in Alaska. We'll stay here a bit. And we downsized all our fishing rods because I'm trying to maximize my, well, except for this one, I still got the big bruiser. But we've downsized all my fishing rods to the best I could do with what I already had. I was trying not to buy anything else, but oh wait, no, it looks like I went back up. Just kidding. Oh no, the bottom rod I couldn't really go down because I'm in that weird time period where you can't really get anything better on the bottom rod. The float rod is better, or we downsized on to try and optimize our experience that we're getting here. And then one of the two casting rods we downsized to. I went down to a Loki. This is, I think, 22 pound. It's capped at, so we got the lucky fishing hat today. So my friend Stove the other day said if I had any crazy hats, I should wear them on the stream. So that is exactly what we're doing, baby. Look at that. And it's paying off already. Already doubled up on fish here. What's this first one? Give me a chum salmon. That is a chum salmon. That's exactly what we wanted. Hell yeah, brother. All right, we got one in the... I was going to say in the boat. Got one in the net. About to get both of them in the net. Yeah, it's either a sockeye or a pink salmon. Sockeye. And we're using the narrow spoon because it's one of the only barbless lures I have, so we're getting the double XP boost there from barbless tackle and from it being lures instead of bait. I was thinking of wearing the buff too to actually look like I was really out fishing, but I thought that might have been too much. We just need another chum salmon. See, 270 experience. I think we were only getting like 180 before in the other setup. I believe I had already downsized this rod maybe on the last stream a little, but I realized I hadn't changed the reel. So I downsized the reel to sort of optimize that. We're min-maxing, if you will. Trophy, Dolly Varden, okay. Wasn't paying attention to what that was. Ah, we lost it. Son of a gun. Let's see, what did we get on that Dolly Varden? Wow, we got a lot of 149. No, that's not right. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's in order, so. La 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 Elmo's World. I get the weirdest song stuck in my head now that I have a baby. We're still above if we skip to the peak in nighttime, so. I wonder if I can. I don't think you can get barbless topwater tackle now that I think about it. I was just wondering why I hadn't gotten a hit on the bottom rod yet. Oh, probably because I'm using small minnows. Salmon master. Oh, well, we'll take it. Chum salmon. We need one more chum salmon and then we're out of here. And hopefully it's that. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Dolly Varden. Now I need something to stop. Don't mess with that bobber till you're about right in this range, and then we'll get a chum salmon. I'll go to Rocky Lake, catch 2 fish. That's a piece of cake. We'll get some club currency. It'll be all good. Oh, we got to check and see if there's any tournaments tonight. Let's get this in and do that before we miss any. Hopefully they didn't all start at 8:30. Mudwater River. When does this start? An hour and a half. That's 10 o'clock. Oh, rod stand is only use a stringer. I don't own a stringer. Okay. Dinpro River. Yeah, we're not doing anything tonight. Well, I wanted to check something on YouTube settings after we get this lure in. I mean, after we hook this chum salmon. Am I right or am I right? Let's check this real quick. Tube. Let's see. Hang on, give me a second here. It says I gotta tweak something. Encoder seconds. Let's see. Settings. Stream. Encoder. General. I don't know. Output. What is it that I need to do? Keyframe. Video. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look up how to do that later. Oh well. We'll deal with the error. Oh God. All right. Come on, Mr. Chum Salmon. Oh, it's feeling good. Feeling good, feeling good. Is it good enough? Nope, it's a Chinook. Let's see if I can fix the setting while I'm waiting for this fish. Advanced. Okay. Wowzers. Wrong color. 378 is a lot of experience though. So how much do I need to the next level? 8,600, so what is that, 20 fish? No, dude, you're not. What level did you get to, Rocket? You can. It doesn't get pay to win until like level 30, and even still, you can do it. It's just a grind. You can 100% do free to play all the way till at least St. Croix Lake. If not, you're needing to tweak something about your what you're doing. I can show you if you want. Oh, maybe I'll use my wife's account. And what is the newest level you have unlocked at level 14? I don't know what everything unlocks off the top of my head. Use my wife's Steam account and start from level 1. Thank you. This is the lucky fishing hat, Mom. I was told by my friend, my new friend on Twitch, Stove, the other day that if I had a silly hat, I should wear it on the stream. So we're doing it. Okay. Oh, that's got to be the fish that guy's got hooked. I was like, why is that fish acting like that? Oh. Oh. Did that say my equipment broke before the fish could be caught? That was weird. Yeah, I saw it said in the chat that you got a pack, but what level are you on, Rocket? Like air, not level number, like what location? You know what? I think we're out of the peak zone. Let's switch. That's got to be what it is. I always find that if you jump time and you leave rods out, a lot of times if you don't reset them, they'll never get hit. Oh, dude, skip that canal. That place sucks. That is the worst level in the game. I hate that place with a burning passion. You should probably still be on Emerald, I think. It's kind of a pain, but... Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're taking the small minnows off this. We're switching to shiners. Backpack. Yeah, keep doing that. Pretty much the best thing to do is just stay there. Stay at New York until you unlock the Everglades. Do you have a barbless spoon that you're using on Emerald? Let's try it. We're going to put this way out there on that side where we know the chum salmon like to hang out. We're getting weird now. Yeah, you should always be, if you're grinding to level up or grinding to money, either way, you should always be using barbless tackle if you have like a barbless lure that the fish in that area like to use. Or like you to use, I should say. Yeah, because that canal, there's like nothing good there. What's the next level that you unlock after that? Do you know? It's probably, what is it? Rocky Lake in Oregon? I mean, Falcon Lake in Oregon? Or is that an earlier level? Because that could be pretty good too, if you have the gear for it. It's looking, no, that's a bull trout, isn't it? No, what is that? Pink salmon. The only one that's not pink. Now, also, Rocket, did you tie your Steam account to your Twitch account to get the... Although I also don't know where my drops got to my account, because I was looking last night, because I had unlocked a pass for a lake I wanted to try, but I couldn't figure out where in the game it was. Ooh. Ooh. Woo! Pulling like a freight train. Let's see a chum salmon. Come on, chum salmon. Look, maybe. I saw a tail that could be a salmon. It's either a Chinook or a chum. I can't. Yeah, it's a chum. Nice. Yes. Chum salmon. 327. There we go. Do you have Rocky Lake unlocked? You can come to Rocky Lake real quick while I finish off this mission. I'll start a club room. Was Rocky, did I say? Yeah, Rocky Lake. Travel. Well, Jackson, I can help you get better. We're going to go create new club room. What are you not great at? And where are you stuck? What am I looking for? I'm looking for this thing. Now, if we're on this level, we're going to go crickets. Crickets and mayflies. Only level 5. Well, it's, they just redid the first 2 levels of the game, so it's a lot more, the beginning of the game is a lot more fun than it was previously. You've just got to, number one is you pretty much always got to fish near some kind of structure. You don't want to just be throwing your lures out in the middle of nowhere. Like I threw that specifically there because it's between all the rocks. Put one all the way back there because I know I've gotten in trouble. So the most important thing, Jackson, is so rule number 1 of this game is you get, here I'll show you, well, I'm not using barbless tackle. If you have any kind of barbless tackle, you get bait coins as you level, as you finish missions and stuff, right? So the most important thing that you should do is spend your bait coins on barbless hooks and barbless tackle because you get a huge XP bonus from using barbless tackle. That's one way to get an XP bonus. Another way to get an XP bonus is to use, you get more XP for catching fish with lures than you do with bait. What system are you playing on, Jackson? Because there's one thing that you got to do. I'll show you two things that'll make the game way, way, way easier. There we go. We're done with that. Okay. You probably have it set for... Yeah, and if you're on PC, search for Florida Man Fishing and feel free to join the club. And anytime you fish with any of us from the club, you get an XP boost. But I think it's X, is it? Or X? No, there's one way. It's with the float rod. Or it's here, where the casting rod will also work. No, is it? So, it's in... no, it's free on console. It's free to play everywhere. But I know exactly what your issue is. Key bindings, let's see. Titan drag. It is... what is the... pitch/overhead cast? Yeah, so that's what you got to do is... If you're on... Are you on PC right now? Because I can tell you... Well, it's a... So... There's a way to do it. You got to change your casting style. Yeah, so if you see right here, this is probably what your issue is you have it set to this casting thing where all you can do is just pitch it out like that in front of you, right? You have no other way to control it. What you do is on, if you're on PC, you just press X. So it'll probably, oh, if you're on console, let me Google it real quick. Let's see, console. Oh, my wife is... need me. And change casting style. Casting style. Fishing planet. Console. So what you do is it says to hold, click the right stick. And if you click the right stick, it'll go from holding your fishing rod like this to holding your fishing rod out like this. And then I believe it's right trigger will let you aim like this. And then left trigger starts your gauge like that and then throws it out with your left trigger again. So that's one thing to do. Then the other thing to do is you should come to your settings and tackle load indicator. You should put it on Pro. That gives you the 3 columns where you can now, you'll see I've got the 3 columns here. The furthest left of the 3 is my line life. Thank you, Yvonne. I just had to Google it for him. Yeah, you click the right joystick. So the left of the 3 columns is my line durability. The middle of the 3 columns is my fishing pole durability. And the right of the 3 columns is my reel durability. So, but now you'll be able to, at level 5, I can't remember what. I assume you only have probably Lone Star Lake unlocked and Lesny Villa, or whatever it is, the one in the Czech Republic. They've made the Czech Republic, the second lake, a lot better than it was. I know it used to not even be worth going. But what you should do is go to the store. I'm going to leave real quick. I've got to have, just so I can show you the store. And then I have to step away for a second to go help my wife. I got to get something for my wife because she's in bed with the baby, and then I'll be back. But I'll show you real quick before I lose my train of thought. So come to the shop. I think it's tools and equipment. You've got your keep net and your stringer. You need, what the hell is it that I want? Main, it's terminal tackle, tools and equipment. You need this. At level 6, you'll get a rod stand. Oh, and you have Rocky Lake. So the issue with Rocky Lake is you got to be careful because Rocky Lake is the first level you get to and the fish are way bigger than your tackle, right? So when you hit level 6, what you should do 100% is you get this rod holder, right? And then you saw how I had the double rod holder. You get the rod holder is step 1. Step 2 is you get a feeder rod, which is you unlock one at level 3. So save up your money to get this Creek Pro feeder rod. And then you're going to go rods, spinning, or reels, spin reels. Wait, so rods, spinning rods. Let's see, what was it? No, sorry. Feeder rods. Damn it. Feeder rods. So you're going to get this Creek Pro. This is good to 6.5 pound. You look here, you see this rod is good to 6.5 pound test. So that means if you use over 6.5 pound test and you get a fish that can pull harder than 6 pounds, it's going to break this pole. So you're only going to want to use up to 6 pound line on this pole. So then you're going to go to reels, and you have to use spinning reels with these. So you can do, where's the max drag? 2.75, 3.4, 3.5, 4.5, 4.9. Oh wait, no, past that. Yeah. I mean, so that's what I would do is you need this at level 7. So what you need to do is, and the reason for this is feeder rods are the only rods that you can put a bell on, right? So you can, what you do is you have a feeder rod that you throw out and then you put it in the rod stand. and then you wait till you just listen for the bell, and then you have a second casting rod that just has a lure on it. So you actively cast fish with the lure, and try to catch fish while you wait for the fish to eat your bottom rod. Or you can use, if you don't have a bottom rod yet, you could use the bobber. You just have to keep your eyes on the bobber and know that once the bobber goes underwater, to run over to it. While you're in the settings, changing it to the three different drag settings, turn the bobber to the biggest size also. That'll help. Hello, Mom. And I will be right back. I got to go help my wife with something. So be right back. I'll be back 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. Sorry. My wife needed cold medicine and she was asleep with the baby on top of her, so. Let's call it one more time. Just kidding. This time we're back for real, for real. So yeah, so if you're still here, Jackson, that would be my suggestion is, let's go join him. Oh, you're not there anymore. Is get to level 6, get the rod holder. If you're on Rocky Lake, well, since we're already here, I'll show you some tips on Rocky Lake if you're still here. Oh wait, we had already left. Crap. Oh well. So where you're at now, you're gonna want to really stay away from the trout, because the trout can pull kind of hard. But so what you should do is, I spawned at the wrong spot, didn't I? Yeah. So well, hey, you're gonna come back this way. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, and make sure you always use T. Well, if you're on console, I think it's triangle. Always make sure that you jump to peak fishing time. And if you gotta be careful, because if you jump from day to day, then you have like a 30-minute cooldown before you can travel again. But if you go from day to night, you can travel for free again without the 30-minute cooldown. So you would come to the night here. Since you're using 6-pound, around 6-pound line, I would probably use a number 6 hook. I would use red worms. And you can also adjust the length of your bobber. I forget how to do it on console, but usually for panfish you want it about 12 inches. So you can do that. And then you've got 2 spots where you can cast to. You can, so once you hit level 6, this is what you're going to do. You're going to buy that rod holder, right? Then you're going to, what you would do here is push this, throw that out there, right about there, and then you would leave this in the rod holder. And then you would take out your casting rod with, what would be good for you to keep away from the trout? What is here? Fish species. So you can go after the black crappies, the bluegills, grubs, worms. I think you'd want to get a tube. Is really what I think you'd want to do. Yeah, white bass. Yeah, you'd want to get a tube. So the other thing, before you travel here, I would leave. Well, anyways, I'll just show you what you would do. You'd get a tube. The best way to work your lures is stop and go. And over here on the top right corner, it shows you where in the water column your lure is. So you're going to want it to keep it right in the middle of the water column and do a stop and go, which is pretty simple. You just click the reel button for about a half a second, and then that's go, and then you let go, that's stop, and then you do it again, and you just reel it in, and you keep it right in the middle of the water column. And a narrow spoon is actually not going to work here, so let's put on a lure that is going to work here, which is going to be a barbless nano spinner. Let's invite that dude to the room too. Barbless nano spinner will work here. Cast it out. And again, different fish prefer different parts of the water column, but if you try to leave it dead smack in the middle, that'll pretty much work anywhere. I'd say anywhere in the bottom half of the water column. So from the middle of the water column down, and then there we go, there's a fish. So you know. And now, you know, that's a 1.5 pound fish. So even if you're at 6 pounds, the fish can pull harder than they weigh. So Rocky Lake, if you can stay away from the trout, you'll be set. If you could work on just the crappie and the white bass, which would work with a jig head with a tube lure. So I will show you that now. So we're going to leave. So for that place, you would need a inventory or a shop. You're going to want to go to terminal tackle, jig heads. Where the hell are jig heads? Oh, it's under lures. Sorry, not terminal tackle, lures. You're going to come to jig heads. If you can get barbless jig heads, right? If you could spend one, if you have one bait coin to spend, I would buy these 1/6 of an ounce, number 2 jig heads here. You'll buy those, and then you'll come to the shop. You'll go to lures, and you'll come down here to tubes, and you'll get, it fits a number 4 to a number 2. So that is included in there. I always like the white, but any color should work theoretically. And then what you'll do is you'll come here to your inventory. You'll come down here to this section, which is your jig heads and your soft bodies. You'll come down here, and then say this is those barbless number 2s that I just told you to buy. This is the number 1, more or less the exact same hook. You put the jig head on, and then you come up here to tubes, and then you click your tube there. So then that's what you'll do. And according to what we just read there, none of the trouts are attracted to tubes. Now, some of the fish will eat stuff that's not listed there for their preferred baits, but the fact that it is listed there for preferred baits for crappies, for yellow bass, or white bass, and a few others, I think, the sunfish too, and the bluegill, I believe it was, is good. Will be good for you. You'll throw your fish line out with the bobber or the bottom rod, either one, with that number 6 hook with a worm on it. And then while that's sitting there and you're waiting for hits, you will actively fish with this. So now club. Okay, Brogan, level 5 joined. Good. Missions, what do we have here? Dailies. What do we have in exploring? That one. Hate that. Smallmouth buffalo, flathead catfish. What are we missing from San Joaquin? Oh, Connect Creek? I didn't even know you could catch northern pikes. What the hell? Well, let's go knock this out. It's got to be, must be all the way to the north, because I never fish up there. We're going to fish all the way up here. Northern pikes like to be shallow and close to the shore, so we'll figure this out ourselves. Usually close to some cover too, but we're going to put our rod away so we can run a touch faster. We're just gonna run the hell around here and look for some sort of vegetation near the water. Or any kind of structure in the water at all. Here's some trees in the water over here. This is maybe going to be our best bet, I guess. Damn, a 20-pound Dolly Varden. That's an animal. Can I cross here or no? Yeah, I can. Nice. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm looking south. I'm not even looking in the right areas. But, yeah, let's look to the north. I mean, it's possible they were sitting on these logs. Let's just try and find something that looks a little better before that. Oh, no, I'm getting over it. I gave it to her. So that's the issue. Why I'm being extra nice to her is I gave it to her. So, and she doesn't let me forget it. So I'm on the tail end of it and she's coming right into it. So I'm thinking nothing looks too great up here. I'm thinking by those logs might be our best bet. I don't think I've ever come up this way, actually. It's probably the first of this that's going to let me go, right? Just out of curiosity. Will they let me cross now? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We're going to go back. South. Right, we're going to do it. Going dead south. What if we cut all the way over here to right next to shore? Oh, there's a tree there. There's a down tree. We might have something yet. If this is even deep enough to fish in. Oh, I think this is the winner right here. Now let's see. We're going to go map. Fish. Northern pike, young and common, which means there's... We're going to go like a number one. Number one or a one-aught hook. Should be good for these guys. 2, we're going to go number 1 because it's barbless. We're going to go shiners. And I'm going to put it right next to this structure. And if this doesn't work, then we're going to go by the hunting cabin. I mean, if you get trophy northern pike, that would be a great way to farm XP. Those things are pretty good. We're gonna go. Do I have a casting spoon number 1? I do. I will pass along those condolences. Thank you. So we're just gonna do a few passes here, and if we don't get anything, pack it up and move along to the hunting place, because there's nothing here that really screams northern pike to me. Usually you catch them under like lily pads and stuff like that, and there's none of that here. think I want to go to the... Whoa, that's a lot of people. England, Middle Earth. Holy smokes, I've never seen that many people before. Yeah, I think we're going to need to move down this way. Dude, it is bumping in Alaska right now. What is there? Is there a tournament? I didn't see one. No? I don't know. Well, we're just gonna... mosey down along this, see what we see. Well, that's unfortunate. Path's gotta go somewhere. To my left, seems like that's a lot of vegetation on the water. There's a big gap between us and the vegetation. Damn, I could have walked all the way here. What the hell? This is right where I left. Oh, screw you, game. Can I cut through any of this? No. We're going to come all the way here. And we're going to shoot for that log right there is what we're going to do. That's what I'm feeling. But then again, that's like 3 inches of water. Ah, this one. Let's go for this one. Something tells me there's something holed up there. And if anybody's watching on YouTube and you play Fishing Planet, hop over to Twitch, because if you have your Steam account or your PlayStation account or your Xbox account linked to your Twitch account, I've got drops enabled, so you can earn rewards in Fishing Planet just for watching. You get 1 reward for every hour that you've watched of a streamer streaming Fishing Planet. I need to edit this, actually. Copy that, paste that in. Okay, that should... Oh. Alright, we got that name changed there. We are so back, baby. Now I'm going to look to see, where the hell do I catch a northern pike? Because I've caught a lot of freaking fish here. I didn't even know you could catch a northern pike. I'm cheating. Okay, I'm supposed to be using a worm. Interesting. Stop and go middle of the water. I had that part right. Oh God, he went all the way in the opposite direction. Gotcha. 2-0 in the opposite direction. Never would have got that one. In all the places I fished for pike, never used a worm. But fortunately, he did say the rattlesnake worm works the best, which I have in my inventory, so. And in case anyone's wondering why I'm wearing this giant hat indoors, this is my lucky fishing hat. So I figured we'd bring it out to the Fishing Planet stream. Small walker. Okay. Well, thank you, Yvonne. Dude, the purple 1-0 narrow spoon, best lure in the game, hands down. Oh. That's a good question. Do I like teaching my video poker live streams better? I find this more enjoyable for me, but the video poker training, I know it's better for other people, and I also like helping other people out, so I get enjoyment from that, knowing that other people are getting a benefit from it. I like this. Damn it. I don't have the right size jig head. I like this simply because it's more fun. Okay, we're just going to go... Oh, wait, number 2-0. There it is. Rattlesnake worm. I probably missed my whole fishing window running around. Looks good. Looks good. No, it's a salmon. Damn it. It was the right color. It was that bronze color. I think I might only have the purple narrow spoon on PlayStation, though. I think I have a black one on here, but it is barbless, so. I should get the purple one here, because we all know the purple one's the best. Alright, this is dinky enough to be... Yeah, there it is. Cruise missile. Nope. Damn it. Quit faking me out, pink salmon. Maybe it was further out this way. How did that guy get out there? I didn't think you could get out there. Didn't look to see the exact spot he was going to. 34, 304. thought it was showing him a lot further backwards. I could also, I'm sure I could go smaller than this 2-aught because he's always teaching you how to catch the biggest kind that there are in the level, so I don't even care if it's a young one. I just want to get this exploration done. Oh, and then maybe we'll do the monster fish here. I don't think I haven't shown you guys monster fishing. That's kind of fun. Especially now that I have the throne room. You know what, I bet it's the wrong time now. Throne room, trophy room. If I don't get one on this pole, we're downsizing the hook. I should have known. I knew all these weeds were out here. I didn't even think about it. Sixth of an ounce, number 1. Do those work? Oh, nope. Well, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to use those number 2s because I don't have any freaking jigs that I don't have number 1s. Yeah, so every level has a monster fish, like it's like a mutant fish, and you have to do something first to be able to make some kind of either bait or lure that only attracts the monster fish. So we can do it. I think you have to complete the exploration mission first though, so and I don't believe I've ever caught the one on this level, so they're kind of hard to find though, so if I don't remember, I'll have to cheat. Alright, why are there no fish here? I'm gonna have to listen to my dog Yvonne here, not Yvette, Yvonne here in a second, and use a walker to try and get him. But we have only 3-aught walkers, so we'll use our barbless narrow spoon. Oh, well, we can't even get that far, but it's not purple. But we'll see if it works. Vaughn, you're a genius. My dog. That's a damn salmon again, isn't it? It is. I'm going to try and get shallow or further up into the weeds. Hopefully we don't get tangled in said weeds. So we will go to missions. We will go to fish monsters. Rocky is the turtle spoon. Okay, so we'll go back to Rocky Lake. I'll show you all how to do this one. This is one I know how to do off the top of my head. Travel to Rocky Lake. So this one you had to catch You had to snag 3 turtles, and then you make a spoon out of pieces of their turtle shell. Catch 3 turtles. And I believe you just, if I remember correctly, you just got to drag your lure straight across the bottom of the lake here. Or do I have to hook the rocks? I forget which one. I'll tell you what, this is not heavy enough of a lure. Maybe I can use a crankbait and just rip it across the bottom. Or a medium spoon would sink enough. I think it's put it behind the rock is I think what it is. Oh, nope. Thank you, Dad. I've got both my parents watching now. Look at that support, guys. You'll love to see it. I thought it was drag the bottom. Thought I remembered how to do this. Let's see, turtle spoon. We're cheating again. It's been a while. Turtle spoon. Oh, they added this from a Halloween event years ago? That's funny. Was that it? Was that it? No. Says use the heaviest jig head you've got. Okay, 1/2 ounce 3/0. I've got the same one. All right, that's what I thought. So I was doing it right. I just didn't have the patience. Me not having patience? Imagine that. I'm in South Florida. I'm in Palm Beach County. And I mostly fish with down in either Chokoloskee or Flamingo, the two places are called. It's where the freshwater Everglades meets the saltwater of the Gulf of Mexico, and I will be cold and dead and in the ground before I call it the Gulf of America. Yeah, it's awesome fishing down there. One of my favorite places in the world to be. Although I'll tell you what, this year the bugs have been so bad. I've never seen bugs as bad as they are this year. It's wild. So retrieve speed on this is recovery 42.5 inches, recovery 31.5. Okay, so we're actually going to put it on here. Because that other reel was pulling in too fast, so it was pulling it off the bottom too much. St. John's, bottom at Jacksonville. Yes, there's something about the St. John's River. I forget what it is. It's the only river in the world that like flows in the opposite direction than normal. I think it flows north to south instead of south to north or something like that. That's a turtle. There we go. We are so turtly awesome. Boom, there it is. Release that guy. Give me my spoon. I don't care about that. Missions. Monster fish. Where'd he go? No. Rocky, there it is. Turtle spoon. Equip the turtle spoon. Turtle spoon has been equipped. I believe now we've got to, it's either two of them, I think it's at night. I believe it's at night. And then one of them is, ooh. I might not have the distance with this rod. I might have to leave and come back. It's either this spot or there's another spot at the other side of the lake. It's one of these two. If we don't get it on this pole, I'm thinking it's the wrong side of the lake. Yeah, let the Florida license expire. I believe it is over here, and you just rip it all the way down there. And again, I can't quite reach the wall, so hopefully they're also hanging out off the wall a little bit closer. I'm gonna need to go buy a casting rod with 1/4 ounce lure size is what I'm gonna have to do. Map, leave, okay. Which I don't really want to do, but and we're probably gonna break said rod because I am gonna be lazy and not change anything else on it. Spinning rods. Let's see. What are we talking about? What did we say? We said 1/4, right? That would work. That's 5/7 is. I don't even feel like doing that math in my head. Okay, that's what we already have, so we're gonna have to use this jig winner. 13-pound line is the best we can use. Oh dear God. Spinning rods, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8. Yeah, those are all monsters. 22-pound. We're We're gonna have to take this. Is gonna go back in the backpack home. This is gonna go in the backpack too. What do we need? 13 pound there, 22 pound there. So we need 13 pound line, 12 pound. Hey, how about that? It's like I've done this before. My backpack's full? What the hell? Oh, you're trash. Oh, cut it. I'm gonna regret this. That's 16. What did I say? That's 13. Yeah, we'll be fine. And then turtle spoon. Put that in home. Put that in home. Put that in home. Turtle spoon. Turtle spoon. Turtle. Turtle. Turtly awesome spoon. It's the turtly awesome spoon. Let's catch us some Tarana trouts. But prefer to hunt their victims at night. So there you go. So that tells you, that's your hint that you should be fishing at night. And sometimes the monster fish are the hardest ones to find, because sometimes you need them under, it has to be very specific weather on top of it being a certain time of day. So we're gonna go. So now, so you see now I can get it all the way to the wall now that we're using a rod that has a, we're putting low drag here. There he is. So I'm going low drag because I don't want to break the rod, because you see the rod is in much worse shape than the reel and the fishing line, because the fishing line is 16 pounds. The reel is 22 pounds, but the rod is only, what did we say, 14, 16, something like that? Tarana trout. There it is. Picture time. H. Hide that. There it is. Okay. We got it. Keep that bad boy. That's crazy that we're still... How heavy was that? Oh, it was only 4 pounds. That's why. We're still way overgunned on this. And you gotta catch 10 of them to finish the mission, so... Oopsies, gonna have to pay if we go back to Florida. I forgot to mark this on the map. And there's like another one, like the first level in the game, what you're supposed to do is you've got to purposely catch weeds with backlash in them, and backlash being like a bird's nest of fishing line. You've got to purposely get caught in the weeds to try and get those out, because it's a fish that can supposedly see so well that you need to build your own invisible line out of a line that's been sitting underwater for a while. And then I think it's like the Mad-Eye Buffalo it's called or something. The only one that I have on this account, it's called the Dendro something or fin. And I had to... purposely get caught on tree branches and pull bark off of them to build a... Damn it, I just missed 2 hits there. To build a spoon like this out of tree bark, because apparently it was a vegetarian fish. So there's silly backstories behind all of them. There's one mission in Halloween that I caught like a literal whale, a possessed whale. But that's on PlayStation. You don't always catch the monster fish. And sometimes you have to catch like a certain type of fish, and then you'll chop them up and use them as bait. And on those missions, it's particularly hard, because if you're fishing in the wrong spot or the wrong time of day, other fish will eat the bait, and then you run out of the bait, and then you got to do the whole first part of the mission over again. Now, I did catch him the first time right on the bottom, so maybe that's our play here. Could you imagine seeing a trout eat a turtle, though, in real life? That would be insane. Because most trout are not big enough to even remotely look at a turtle, much less eat one. Most trout could get eaten by most turtles. It is. It's like a fishing game that, like, you know, plays somewhat realistically, but then at the same time it doesn't take itself seriously for a lot of the year. Like there's like they do a 4th of July event every year, as you could. That's where I got my patriotic walker and my patriotic crankbait from. Um, you know, they do Halloween events where you can get like, well, these monster events were introduced, I guess, during Halloween one year, and then you can get like special like blood maggots and like special bait in the Halloween events. The 4th of July event, you can get a bunch of fireworks. I've got fireworks on this account still from a 4th of July event years ago. It won't even let me use them anymore. Okay, well, what did we just get lucky here on this other one? I did let it sink down a lot more. Let's fish the bottom third of the water column, see if that's what the issue is. One thing I gotta say I don't like about PlayStation that much, or excuse me, about PC that much, that I like better about PlayStation, is on console, anytime you get a hit, the controller vibrates, so you never really miss it. On PC, you kind of miss, I miss some of those, because I don't realize it right away. Alright, we're gonna try this. And if this doesn't work, then we're gonna go to my other spot where I thought I found them. Because I might be misremembering it on this side, because if you think about it, why would the trout that eats turtles... Well, no, I found one here for sure. This is him. Why would the trout that eats turtles be on the side of the lake where the turtles are not? If all the turtles are on the right side of the lake, why is the Tyranno trout on the left side of the lake, you know? Plot hole. Maybe they didn't want to make it too easy to find him. There's another one. Hell yeah. Oh, wow. It's this rod's gonna break by the time I get it these 10 fish in. If I've lost 11% on 2 of them already. Oh, I guess no, that would only be about 50% degradation by the end. But still. At least it's a cheap rod, it won't cost much to fix. That might be him. Yeah, that's definitely him. So I lowered my drag there so that it wouldn't, but you see he's pulling drag more because I tightened it more. But now, well, I just tightened it more now. So if he pulls real hard again, it's going to damage the rod. We already took 1% damage on the rod, but again, okay. 12% on 3 is not bad. So you have to catch them all to finish the mission to get the trophy. And then we'll go back to Lone Star Lake and we'll mount the trophy in our house. That's a new thing that they added. They in the last 2 months, I think, they just redid the first 2 levels in this game. And they gave you a house on the first level. We'll lower the drag back down because they always pull way harder on that initial run. So we lower the drag for the initial run, and then we'll raise the drag up. And if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see how there's the 1 up arrow, and then there's all the things around the circle. That's my drag. So right now my drag is fully tight, and you see that they're less grayed out. So now our drag is super loose. And then if you wanted to increase your retrieve speed, that's what the arrows are. If I hold shift to reel it, it'll anytime you hold shift, it maxes out your reel speed. Like if you're if you know the fish are way far back and your lure's already in front of them and you want to try again, just speed reel it in and then try again. Yee, fishy, fishy. Come here, Tarana trout. And again, I see we got 50 people on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. If you are a Fishing Planet aficionado, if you enjoy Fishing Planet and you have a Twitch account, make sure you check me out on Twitch. I'm under the same name, twitch.tv/flmanfishing, because I have drops enabled, so you can earn rewards for Fishing Planet just by watching me. Or any other streamer, for that matter, that does Fishing Planet, but I'd much prefer you watch me. There are 10 day passes that you can get to 10 different areas in the game, and you get 1 per hour of stream that you've watched of any Fishing Planet streamers. Now, I'm not biased or anything, but I think I'm one of the greatest, because, I mean, have you seen this hat? You know, definitely got the best hat of any Fishing Planet streamer, that's for sure. Because I don't know if you can see it, it's actually a Jurassic Park hat. I'm putting my head close so you can read it. A little hard to fight this fish with my head like that, but I guess it's fitting. Tyrannosaurus on the hat. Tyrannosaurus trout. Oh, that wasn't even the right one, you son of a gun. Yeah, it is a Tyrannosaurus, not a Velociraptor. I had to look. You know, I take my dinosaurs very seriously here, you know. Oh, missed one. That was him right there. I know that was the Tyrannosaurus trout. Nope. That's a dinky. Little dinker. And if you're just joining us, we're going back and doing a lot of the monsters. I never did them on this account. My big account is on PlayStation. And so we're here. And good news for anybody that is not just into me playing Fishing Planet. If you like my real fishing videos, I filmed a video right before I started streaming this, right before sundown. I went out and fished a bunch of the canals and golf courses around my house with a fly rod, and I caught some fish. And a pond in my neighborhood too. I saw there was a little kid fishing it. I went and talked to him because I had never fished it before. I was afraid of getting yelled at, but I saw a little kid was doing it, so I've gone out since. And I felt bad because he was using like a real beat up setup and like a lure that really was not good for what he was trying to do at all. And I came back to my house and was going to give him some better freshwater tackle. I ripped apart my whole fishing area. Unfortunately, all of the stuff I had was all saltwater. It wasn't going to work either. But I did have a nicer fishing rod that is low quality by my standards, but decent quality by a lot of other standards. And I've got a lot of rods that are much nicer than this rod, and it's just been sitting in my garage unused for, I don't think I've touched that rod in 4 or 5 years. So I was just going to give it to the kid, but then by the time I got back, he had already left. But he had told me that he had only caught 2 fish there in the 4 years he's been trying. So I was really hoping to help the kid out. I went back with my fly rod and the rod I was going to give him. He wasn't around, but I caught 1 fish small fish though, and lost 2 others. The 2 others were really small. I barely even felt him hit. But I didn't film that. But if I see, I'm keeping my eyes out for that kid again because I want to hook him up with a better fishing pole. So he was using like some big giant like saltwater fishing rod out trying to catch bass. On top of having the wrong lure, his fishing pole wasn't doing him any favors either. So. But then, yeah, so yesterday I went and fished the lake, caught that one fish, or was that the day before? I forget. It was at some point this weekend. I fished the lake, caught one Mayan cichlid, which is an invasive species we have here. People released them from their fish tanks, and then they've proliferated. They're freaking everywhere now. And then missed 2 other fish. I didn't see what they were, but I assume the same thing. This is another Tarana trout. And then in the video today, I caught a few bass. And since it's in a lake on a golf course, you got to like tiptoe a fine line there because you got to wait long enough for there to be no more people golfing on the golf course because they'll get mad at you. They don't really care if you're fishing as long as there's nobody playing golf. But, you know, if somebody's playing golf, they run, you know, they got that liability of if I get whacked in the head with a golf ball, then I could sue them for not kicking me out, which, you know, is kind of stupid to begin with. I think common sense in America has kind of been replaced with lawsuits. So, you know, I got to wait for there to be no golfers, but if I wait too long, then the sun's down. So it's a tightrope I got to walk to do local fishing. But my goodness, there were so many. I used to duck hunt quite a few years ago, and there were these whistling ducks, whistling tree ducks they call them, and you'd be lucky if you saw one in an entire day of hunting. And I guess they've started calling Florida home instead of migrating. I saw there were 20, it had to be damn close to 20 of these whistling ducks on this lake by themselves just hanging out. Well, I guess it's a pond if it's on a golf course, really and truly, but so I was blown away. I don't duck hunt anymore because Holly gets mad at me. She says I shouldn't be shooting cute ducks. But then she also loves eating duck when we go out, so go figure that one out. All right. Might give up on this and come back later. We're halfway done. If we don't get another Tarana trout on this cast, we'll go somewhere else. Ooh, my neighbors at my parents' a going away party today because they're moving. Not moving very far. They're just downsizing. They're moving out of one neighborhood pretty much to the next neighborhood over into a townhouse. But I just remembered I have lots of food from that going away party. I took leftovers. Very excited about that. It's a good turnout. All right, wait. I said if I didn't catch one there, we were going to leave, so let's leave. So, like, there's that. I'll show you the other monsters. I won't go do any of them because it does take quite a while. Yes, you are, and I've never... You're allowed to open carry in Florida. Well, I think they just passed the law. You're allowed to open carry no matter what now. But they passed the law before that said you were allowed to open carry if you were on the way to or the way from or engaging in. It was a very vaguely worded law. It was like outdoor activities. It was something that sounded like it would only include hunting because, that makes sense. If you're hunting, you have to be able to open carry a firearm because if you're hunting with a firearm, what are you going to just have it in your pocket the whole time? You have to be open carrying a firearm if you're hunting with a firearm. But somehow the law also was I don't know if it went to the Supreme Court in Florida or what, but it was amended to also include fishing. But there are a lot of people who have tested that law, and there's also a lot of police officers who don't know any better. So you can still, yes, you're allowed to do it, it's not really worth poking the bear because, you're in the right, but you can still get arrested. I mean, I guess you could sue the police department for it, but like I said, common sense in America has kind of just been replaced with lawsuits. So like, here's one. You got to get the invisible line to catch that mad-eye buffalo. This one is the pike fin. You got to catch a bunch of pikes, and you make a lure out of their fins. This one is equip the Frankenbait. Apparently, I already caught the Frankenbait. This one, you make skulls. You got to catch some American shads and get a skull. This one, you make eels, brown trout eggs, Everglades, the bassy bait. Got to catch small bass. All sorts of ones here. But let's see. Premium. What is our premium for the day? Bull trout. No, we're going to regenerate that one. Wait. Well, this one's... I do actually know how to catch both of those. Let's go back to Alaska. Well, I got to swap this rod out first. We got to go back to the Loki. Loki holds 26 pound, and that's 22. What kind of reels are we working with here? It's 26, and that's, what do we say, 22. So line, we can do 26. Do I have 22? I think I do, don't I? What was this? 16. Well, I've got 17, but let's just find lines. Braid. What do we got here? That's 6 pound. What's that? 8 pound. What's that? 13 pound. What's that? 17 pound. What's that? 23. Perfect. What was that? 0085. Inventory. Braid. 0.0085. That's 17. Okay, now I'm so confused. Didn't I just buy a line that was 0.0085? 17. Am I tripping? What did I just do? I swear I just bought 22 pound braid. Did I not? It's mono. What am I doing? Am I going crazy? 17, 20. Well, I guess we'll use that. Did I read that wrong? Okay. Weird. But also, like sometimes I will carry if I'm fishing out in the Everglades because, sometimes I'm 60 miles from the closest boat ramp. There's bears out there. There's crocodiles out there. I've never had bad encounters with any of them, but theoretically you could have a bad encounter with a bear, or I've never ran into a bear out there. I've ran into plenty of crocodiles though. But, you know, crocodiles aren't exactly bloodthirsty monsters like they're made out to be on TV. The worst thing that's ever happened is I've had a crocodile try to eat a lure. You know, ain't the end of the world. But still. Some people will tell you that a gun is like a condom. It's better to have one and not need one than need one and not have one. I don't know if I am that... I will agree with that when you're outdoors, but I don't think... I'm not one of the people that thinks you need to be carrying a gun everywhere because somebody's out to get you at all times and, you know... I think they're a tool, and there's a right time and a place for them, and a wrong time and a place for them. You know? You don't see carpenters walking around with a hammer in their hands at all times. Or a buzzsaw, you know? Don't have buzzsaws strapped to their legs. Let's throw out this other stuff first. Bull trouts we need. Unfortunately, the issue is... Oh, I forgot to move it anyways. Can I buy dragonflies yet? No. Level 38. Oh, 2 more fish I'll be able to buy dragonflies. And then that'll make our job a heck of a lot easier. What are we on right now? 1 ounce. That's fine. Let's move the time first. One of those 2 marks is from a big... Oh, welcome back, Jackson. I hope you were here when I gave the whole damn tutorial for you. If you weren't, let me know. I can give it again. I gave you a whole tutorial on how to fish at Rocky. If you weren't here for it, I can go back and do it as soon as I finish this mission. Well, finish this leg of the mission, I should say. I hate when I'm doing a mission and don't have it tracked. So let's do that first. Daily. Premiere. So I need... nothing. Just... Isn't one of these 2 for a bull trout? Alright, my line is snagged. Unique Dolly Varden. Trophy bull trout. The left one on a shiner. In the morning. Okay. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Jackson. Yes, you can. You can definitely do that aim casting. You just got to click the right stick. Like R3, I believe they call it. Oh, I thought that color was right there. I thought that was him. Terminal tackle. Do I have a bigger casting weight? 7 ounces. Do I have? Yeah, we got a 4.5 ouncer. Come here, fish. You are in the perfect spot to be a bull trout. Are you? No, you're not. Ooh, you are that. Hell yeah, brother. Boom. Claim. Oh, what did that say? I think I just unlocked this level. Okay, inventory now. Dragonflies. We gonna put on some dragonflies. The dragonflies should now eliminate the salmon. I don't think eat the dragonflies. I believe it's only the bull trout that does it. So I know there's a bull trout that hangs out back here. Hopefully I can get him on this. Is that him? Plus. Okay. Well, it's not a Chinook salmon. That's the good news. Or I think we'd be in rough shape on this setup. I say, as I notice it's a Chinook salmon and it starts pulling drag. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Now you think this is chaos. On PlayStation, I have a 4-rod holder with this alarm, and I've had all 4 go off at one time. That gives me anxiety. And make a liar out of me. I just caught 2 salmon on the damn... Oh, I guess dolly. That's technically a trout, but... The chum salmon, though. Was not expecting. Maybe you have to hold down R3. Try and hold it for a few seconds instead of just clicking it once. And you have to have... well, never mind, any fish that... any rod that it'll let you aim on is right. Yeah, try holding the R3 instead of just pressing it once. That might be what it was. Alright, well, we're going to change to 1 shiner and 1 dragonfly. Oh, wrong button. Oh, foo on you. He wasn't fully hooked yet. I think I've caught a bull trout like right here too. Let's try that. Can you aim cast to go further? Oh, yes. So now that you've gotten it to the overhead cast, press L2 or R2, and then it'll let you do this, and then you can go. You see how the white area, the sweet spot, goes up and down? You want to aim for that dark line in the middle, and of course, the further out you aim, the higher it goes. So that's the furthest I'm going to be able to cast here. If you can't cast very far, there's a reason. What that reason is, I'll help you figure out in a second. But check that first. If it won't let you aim very far, then it has to do with there's a bull trout. It has to do with a setup to the weight of your lure to go with the rod that you have. Because if you look, for instance, this Loki, it says lure weight 7/8 of an ounce to 2.5 ounces. So if I go here, does it say how? So this is a 1/2 ounce lure. So if you look, you see that's the furthest I can cast because a 1/2 ounce is less than, what did we say, 7/8? Or whatever this rod is rated to. So since I'm using something that is smaller than the rod is rated to, I'm not going to be able to cast this far. If I was using something that's bigger than the rod is rated to, I run the risk of breaking the rod. So if we were to switch on this same rod, we saw that this is a 1/2 ounce and 7/8 of an ounce is the smallest. So if we find so for instance, this medium spoon is in the weight range. Like, look how I could cast this all the way out there. So I could go further past those trees and then it just stopped because I was aiming off the map. There it is. Yeah, I believe it's just... Which trigger do you hold to throw it out? It's L2, I believe, cocks it back and lets the cast meter start going up. It's whichever side is not the cast button. So if L2 whips it back and raises the cast meter, it's going to be R2. Click it just one time. Or maybe you have to toggle it. Maybe it's set to toggle. Let's see. Game. Controller. Yeah, so you see here. This is PlayStation, but it's gonna be so X is time forward, left trigger is aim, and right trigger is cast. So then I had it backwards. Well, that's if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, no, I guess it is. So yeah, it's gonna be your left trigger. Yeah, so then it's the opposite then. Sorry, so it's left trigger will be to aim. Right trigger will be to do that. I'm going to leave here. We're going to go to the Czech Republic, Lesny Vila, and finish off this quest, and then we will do something fun. I'll be right back. I'll tell you what, though. If you guys are interested, I just need to average 2 more streams on Twitch with an average of at least 3 people. I get dozens, if not hundreds of people on YouTube, but I only get like 2 to 3 people on Twitch. So if some of the people on YouTube could join me on Twitch, if I get monetized on Twitch, I will buy one of the big packs that gives me the boat, and we'll go saltwater fishing in Japan. So if we can get me to affiliate, if everybody wants to watch on Twitch, you don't even have to interact. Just have Twitch open on something. And I can average 2 more streams with at least 3 people on Twitch. I will buy the freaking like $50 pack with the boat, and we'll go fishing for giant stuff in Japan. We've got, 70 people right now on YouTube. I think we can average 3 people on Twitch. So you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to push for affiliate on Twitch. On Twitch, I get like 3 people tops. So we're going to go to Ocean Packs. I will buy this $60 pack when we get to affiliate on Twitch. Not if we get to affiliate. When we get to affiliate on Twitch, I will buy this damn boat and we will go. We get all sorts of crazy stuff here. Look at this. We get a rod case, a tackle wagon. We get saltwater rods. Look at this. Line weight up to 160 pounds, up to 190 pounds. We already looked at that. Saltwater hooks. What are we going to be fishing with? 16-aught hooks. The biggest I currently fish with right now is a 4-aught hook. 7-aughts, 18-aughts. Oh, wow. Sinkers, 12.5 ounces. Oh, yeah. Saltwater hard baits. Oh, trolling plugs. I like it. Cedar plugs. Oh, yeah. Look at all this. Saltwater baits. We got Japanese. Dude, we can fish with whole spiny lobsters. Shrimp. Japanese jack mackerel. Flying squids. Whoa, that's cool. Large fish strips. And what the hell is a trolling octopuses? Oh, those are trolling squids. Those are not trolling octopus. Okay, let's get that right now. So, this is what we're going to buy as soon as we get to affiliate on Twitch. There's that one, and then there's also like the atolls. There's you can do the Maldives. They just added this new one now for this fishing in this Skarland Fjord in Norway. They just added that. So let's see. We need to go here. Well, the thing is, though, is like I don't think you'd want to go there, Rocket, because you would level up so hard immediately that like it would kill the fun of like leveling up and making it through all these levels. Like, I would hate to power level. I mean, mind you, I've almost made it to Japan. I'm level 70 on my other account. So, you know, it ain't that different. What are we gonna do here? We need to go number 8 hooks. And we need to go maggots. Because, like, people would say that, like, I'd ask for advice on leveling online before, and people would be like, oh, just buy a 1-day pass to, this was at the time, the Congo was the biggest, the most highest level place there was. They'd be like, oh, just fast travel to the Congo and pay for it for a day, and you'll level up. And I was like, yeah, but, like, that defeats the whole purpose of, I like trying to level up, you know. That was like, that would just take all the fun out of the game. What the hell is happening here? Invite to the club. Invite to the club. Invite to the club. The club. I would do that. That's actually a pretty cool idea, brute force. But I don't think they have, I could be wrong, but I don't think they have any real brand names. I think all the brand names are made up, so that I would assume so they didn't get sued. But at the same time, I think it would be good for some kind of equipment manufacturer to partner with this game. All right, so there's one common, European weatherfish. We got one. That's all we need. Two more. And then we got to go over to the other side and catch those gudgeons. I doubt that's how you say that, but... Oh, thank you, Rocket, my man. All right, come on, fishies. Let's see, what's the biggest fish we can catch here with a lure? No. Oh, there are trophies here. Soft baits. Oh, a sloop spoon. Let's do that. I know I have a sloop spoon. I didn't even know what those were. Don't I? Oh, no, that's a nano spoon. Crap. We do have to catch a trophy, one of these, for nano spinners and spinners. Okay. It says spinner, so I think a 3/0's going to be way too big, but we can try it anyways. We'll go with the nano spinner. Still need that other rod we were just using at the other place. It might be small enough to be a weatherfish. No, I think it's pulling too hard. Silver bream. It's got to have almost no pull on it to be that weatherfish. Because this is only 1/5 of an ounce. Who was it that was... Oh, my Twitch username, Jackson, is the same thing, FL Man Fishing. Hi, I came to Twitch, Jackson. Oh, thank you, man. So you see, Jackson, this is an example of a bad thing, right? So this is what happens when you have a rod or a lure that is too small, too light for the rod you're using. You see how, like, I can barely cast this? Like, what is that, maybe 30 feet? Because this lure weighs 1/5 of an ounce. This rod, I need 7/8 of an ounce. So that's like 0.2 of an ounce, and 7/8 would be 0.875 so of an ounce. So now if I go up to something that's like, say, a 1/2 ounce, it's still not, 4/8 would be a 1/2 of an ounce. So it's still not weight enough. So I still get the but look how much further I can cast it because it's so much closer. Oh. Oh, then if you don't have lures unlocked yet, it's... Oh, that's what it is. It's because you've got a telescopic pole. The telescopic poles at the beginning, you really can't cast them that far. So, but like a great... Like Lesney Villa, you're here. Well, you have this unlocked, I believe, if you're level 5. Yeah, you said you have this and Rocky Lake, so... I'll show you one spot where you can fish after I get this weatherfish. I need to catch 2 more weatherfish. But like for instance, one spot would be, I'll show you with the, I'm supposed to only be bottom fishing here. I'm not even supposed to have this float rod out, so I'll just show you with the float rod. So you're going to want to get this in. I had the leader crazy long here because I was just trying to bottom fish with it. So you're going to want to do down to about 12, and now I'm on inches, so I don't know if you play on metric, it's going to be a little different. I don't know where you're from, Jackson, but if you get, we'll put it to 12 inches. We'll use a number 8 hook, and I'm sure you don't have maggots unlocked yet, so we'll just do red worms, right? And then, of course, you're going to move. Well, we're in a good fishing time right now, but if it was a different day, you'd need to travel to the peak fishing time. And then you're going to, where we started was, oops. We spawned in at this spot, red, whatever the hell that is in Czech. I can't speak Czech, so I'm not even going to try and say that. But the one in the bottom left corner. And then you just come over here, and you're just going to cast to right in here between, because these small fish, they all like cover. Fish, tiny fish, need somewhere to hide. If they don't have somewhere to hide, they're going to get eaten by big fish, you know? So that's how it works in real life, so that's how it works in the game too. So the fish are going to want to hang out near cover. So all these fish can hide in these lily pads. Oh. Well, but we'll use this as an example. Even for Lone Star Lake, this will work. Yeah, see? Bobber went under. Now if you don't have the rod holder yet, you're gonna, the thing that you're gonna want to do to catch XP the fastest from Lone Star Lake is to target spotted bass. That's gonna be the fastest way for you to get money and experience right now. However, since they just redid the lake, I don't actually know where the sweet spot is to catch all of them, so you'd have to Google it, but even just start with the small stuff and work your way up. Start with the small stuff to be able to buy a different rod. And always keep all your fish. Don't yellow bass are still good. If you release your fish, you don't get the money for it. So keep as many fish as you can, and then that'll really help you out. Never throw fish back. This would really be great if I could catch this damn weatherfish. I suppose I could try and catch his trophy European perch as well. These are all perched right in front of me, actually. Jumping everywhere. Taunting me. Little bastards. I'm going to make it somewhat of a short stream tonight. I'm only going to go to 11. I say short stream. That'll be almost 3 hours. I guess if I use this trophy spinner, if I do manage to hook something, it will be a trophy for sure. What level are you? I'll have to leave in a second. I can't pull up the whole store right now because I'm at a lake. I will look in a minute though. If we can try and get this damn. Let's move forward. We're gonna move to nighttime. You know what? We'll move to the next morning. I believe all you're going to have is a telescopic rod, right? We'll look at whatever you have unlocked. Because if I look, I'll pull up the shop right now, but if I look, there's not going to be much there because I'm in Lesny Villa, the Czech level. I'm just trying to do the daily. Are you still in Emerald Lake? Hold on. I'll come fish with you in Emerald Lake. Yeah, well, let's see. So, let me run through the shop with him first. That's just too boring. I'll skip that daily mission. It's not going to sit there with my thumb up my ass waiting for that thing to bite and bore you guys out. So, shop. We're going to go rods. We're just going to show them all. So, at level 3, you can get... So this is a feeder rod. So I would pass on this feeder rod for now. Wait until you get level 6 and you can buy the rod holder. And then at that point, that's when you buy your first feeder rod. So I would stay on rods. I would stay 2 to 4. You get the value spin, so if you buy this at level 3, that unlocks lures. So, if you're level 3, I would save up to buy this value spin. And what is it? Line weight up to 6.5. And then I would go, that's a spinning rod. And then I would go, hell, 6.5. You can get up to... Well, if you're level 3, then you're going to match it with just this spin reel here. I'm going to get up to 3 pound. And then I would just sit there and just cast whatever you can. So now if you've got, let me see, you bought that rod, right? The value spin. Lure weight is 1/6 of an ounce to, so we're just going to go to lures. See what you unlock all the way at the beginning. I would go with one of these two, depending on gold or silver. Whatever you like better, that's what I would buy. Right? And then lures. Barbless spoons. As soon as you can unlock, as soon as you get to Emerald Lake, you should spend 3 bait coins. Save all your bait coins. You need this purple lure. 100% you need this purple lure for Emerald Lake when you get there. The black one works too. The purple one's better. And then you could also... These are a little bit more. You don't really... You can unlock a really good one. You'll have a mission called, well, let's see. What did you buy the reel too? Whatever reel you have. So just look, right? So you're going to look at your rod. So this rod uses 47.5 pound line. The reel uses 43.3 pound line. Whichever is the lower of those two numbers, match your line. That's the highest you want to go. So whatever the lower of those two numbers is, you want to stay below it. And then I will show you, once you unlock Emerald Lake, that is when you start farming. So now we're going to go, well, inventory. I did say I wanted to buy barbless spoons. I have this on my PlayStation. This spoon is, you'll always use this till the end of time, in the game at least. And one other hint for you. You only have access to the full shop when you're not at a lake. So before you travel somewhere, before you spend your travel costs, make sure that you have enough like hooks and bait and everything that you're going to need. And you want to fish until you fill up your keep net. Oops. Let's invite these dudes. And then all you do at Emerald Lake is you're going to come here. This is the best way to farm money and experience early game. You're going to come here. You're going to put on your... So here, I'll show you the difference. Why you would use a barbless narrow spoon over a regular narrow spoon. So you would just... You've got to just... If you're on that second rod I told you to buy, you got to have your rod equipped. You got to have your reel equipped. Then you put the your line on, and then you just drag the click on the reel. Now you might not have a rod bag, so you might only be able to have one rod at a time. I forgot about that. So that could be an issue if you only have one rod available to you at a time. You'll have to leave the lake, then make sure that you equip the right. And then all you do is you just cast out as far as you can off this lake once you're at the proper fishing time. And then you just keep it in the middle of the lake. So look, so this is going to be a walleye right here. We're going to see, this is not a barbless spoon. So this is a spoon with barbs that you would buy with normal in-game currency. How much experience is this giving us for a walleye? So this is a 3-pound walleye, 3.3 pounds, 100 experience. Remember that. So that's about, what is that? 30 experience per pound. So now we're going to go barbless narrow spoon, and it's going to be better than that. Oh, this is lighter, so we can't cast this far, but... Can't cast this far. This is almost in perch territory, but hopefully we can pull out a walleye before the perch find it. And if you can't find that rod when you've left the lake, you might have to look in your home storage instead of in your backpack. Well, this lure's too light to cast. But yeah, as soon as you unlock, I think it's level 12 for Emerald Lake. That's just all you want to do is just come here, narrow spoon, barbless if you have the bait coins for it, and just stop and go retrieve in the middle of the water column. However, I've got this stubby rod that won't let me cast very far, but... Oh, you're in a club room? I'll add you... It's not even gonna let me... I don't know. Well... I have to be able to cast further to show you how to catch the walleye. You really want to be able to try and cast to like 100 feet, but there should be a sweet spot. There it is at 60 feet. So remember, it was 3.3 pounds for like 105 experience or something. So now with the barbless hook, we're at 1.7 pounds, and that's 80. So that's almost 40 XP per. What is, well, let's see. What is 80 divided by 1.7? That math is off. So it was 80. Let's see. 80 divided by 1.7 that's $47 or 47 experience per pound right now. Before it was 105 divided by 3.3. So it was 31 experience with the hook with the barbs per pound. It was 31.81 experience. And now on barbless, it's 80 divided by 1.7 is 47. So you're getting, what is that, 50% more-ish? Yeah, so I think it's a 50% bonus to your XP. So that's all you got to do once you get here. 5 more minutes. What is the biggest thing? Okay, so now that I've left, I'll show you something real quick. So when you go to your inventory and you're having to equip, you have your backpack here, but you have a limited amount of space in your backpack. And then you go to home, and that's where most of your rods and your reels are going to be, because you can't really hold that many in your backpack. You're lucky if you can keep like 2. So you got to come home, and then whatever the name of that rod was we told you to buy, you would just drag it over here, drop it there, and then put everything on. We're going to go back. Oh, wait, we unlocked St. Croix? No, St. Croix is level 30. And Kennett Creek is level 38. I wanted to try and come here. Wait, no, we need to go back to big stuff here. So we're going to go Zeus. Zeus is rated to 42 pounds, and then we'll come here to, that's also rated to 42 pounds. Now we'll come backpack, 41.8 pounds, so that's a perfect fit. 26 pounds can go home, 20 pounds can go home, 23 pounds can go home. Cat Boxer is 42. This thing is 25. We're going to go back, and we're going to the big rod. Big rod's coming back. Brutus up to 34 pounds. And this is, I guess, the best we're going to get, 28 pounds. Well, if that's the case, we'll just do that. I don't know what the hell I did to screw up that I'm missing a reel. Oh, there it is, 34. It's 28. We'll go 34 there. That's going to go home. Now we go home. There it is, 34 and 34. That's 26. We'll go, I thought I had a 34 pound. 32. We'll do that. Now we'll go to Globe, we'll go to San Joaquin, and we'll catch some stripers. For the last 5 minutes of this stream, we'll go a little over. We'll go like 10 minutes. And we want to spawn at the dam. I'll show you how to catch a unique striper here. Real easy. You're going to come all the way to the end here. Doesn't look like you can come all the way to the end, but you can. Then you're going to take your rod stand. You're going to put your rod stand there, and it's that spot right there is what we're aiming for. And we want, since we're going for stripers, we want our X Series barbless 4-aught hook and large cut bait. And I know it's pretty shallow back there, so we'll just put this out there on the float. Edge cut bait. X series 4 rod. Where's our time? Oh, we got great fishing conditions right now. Plunk him out there. Plunk him there. Can I catch them on a spoon? Let's see. Steelhead, striped bass. There we go. Crankbaits, medium baits, soft baits, or medium spoons. Well, if we go soft baits, that is a barbless #1, though. That's not going to work. We'll go crankbaits then. Screw it. Star Spangled Banner, America. America. Fuck yeah. And crankbaits, you pretty much just reel until they get to the bottom. And you can keep dragging it across the bottom if you're looking for like catfish or something. But if you're looking for regular, most other fish, you want to just reel it till it gets to the bottom, let go for a second, wait for it to start floating back up, and then just keep cranking it back down. Trophy striped bass. Hell, I think I might be better off with the equipment I have right now. I might actually be better off fishing here than in Alaska. 583 experience was a lot. I bet I could do a top water back there and it will work just as well, if not better, than this crankbait. And look at this, there's like no fight time here. Okay, that one was pretty rough. I think we gotta go to 20 inches. Okay, I stand corrected. Well, I mean, I suppose we could just go 6/0 if we really wanted to, but do I have any barbless 6/0? What's my biggest barbless? Yeah, let's do it. Barbless 6/0, let's party. Let's use a barbless spinner, see what happens. I don't know if they'll hit a spinner. I feel like stripers will hit pretty much anything. Hell yeah, you got a trophy walleye. And barbless spinner, I feel like will attract, even if it's not stripers, anything that's in this. I heard the, whoa, what happened? What is happening? There he is. That thing's pulling drag, so it's not a normal one. Yes, it is. Wow. The hell was that thing pulling drag like that? The nerve of that fish. I mean, the best thing to do right now for experience for me is to come here in the kayak and fish for the damn sturgeons at night with the spawn sacks, which I don't even think I have unlocked yet. Maybe I did just unlock the spawn sacks. I'll have to look, but shop baits. No, I don't have anything unlocked here. All right, well, I'm gonna go to sleep, everybody. We'll leave it for another minute or two. I see a school of fish, or a school of activity here. A blitz, if you will, if we're talking about stripers. I believe that's what they call it when they get in a feeding frenzy. Striper blitzes. Ain't no way that's a striper. Oh. Alright, smallmouth. Alright, now I'm leaving. Later, guys. Thanks for watching. I will not be live streaming tomorrow because I've got my video poker training live stream on my other channel from 8:30 to 9. So that's right in the middle when I usually start this stream. So I'll be back maybe Tuesday night, guys. So take it easy, and I'll